petty don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle-tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. No boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that's funky. Get about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, Watson rolling to his right. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, it's one thing to complete the first pass of the year, but to complete your first deep ball, oh, that's got to feel great for him right now because he's worked on that the entire offseason as well. But to see it downfield, your guy catching it, you know he feels great.
Uncork the arm a little bit, get the cobwebs dusted off. Now he's ready to roll. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
York able to send this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Taken in at the 3. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing. Mayfield. That caught by Trimble. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Mayfield being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield got his man, Robbie Anderson.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Robbie Anderson has been used more as a short field receiver in Carolina than the deep threat he was in New York. Over 1,600 yards in 2 seasons with the Panthers. Now his 3rd season as a starter in Charlotte. He picks up a 1st down here, and he's certainly hoping they get back to throwing him the long ball.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Mayfield now. That is caught by Anderson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they...
Hey, bro, can I go for this? Okay, it's 4th and 4 under, ain't it? Okay, yeah, so if it's 4th and 5, I have to punt or field goal or whatever. Okay, all right. I'm still kicking 3, though. I might, I don't know, man. Let's see, should I?
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Moore.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. McCaffrey is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Watson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here comes Grant on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watson, off play action. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Here's Fuller with a catch.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mayfield. He rifles complete, caught by Moore.
And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Trying to run with McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
The return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And now Watson throws another interception. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw is caught here by Anderson.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 40 now on second down, Mayfield. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
From the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield on play action. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
From the gun, Mayfield.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly are ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play fake. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Mayfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaq tops it, making his presence felt on the sack. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
A good return there, call it 13 yards.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
1st down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. Touchdown! Tommy Trimble, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They go with Chubb on second down. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Dancing to his left. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
To throw again on second down. Watson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
3rd and 2, Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns.
Anthony Schwartz.
34 yards.
And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it makes the score 21-10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy.
I'm out there playing with you now.
Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field. And this one winds up the turnover.
Yeah, I'm out there bullshitting now.
The idea is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused.
Oh, yeah, that's me there. Yes, sir. We get that.
Jeremy Chin picks it up.
Game left. I ain't playing no more.
For this defense, City, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they have the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football. And look at that one turn. They may have salted this one away.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Calling a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here.
Open man right side, it's the tight end Trimble.
It's a Carolina 1st down, a gain of 16. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well,
they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over.
So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.